Hey, recovery girls. Misty here. I wanted to tell you about something that happened this week. I was having a pretty tough day and feeling pretty sad about a couple of the relationships with men in my life. And when I say that, I'm talking about my husband and my two teenage sons. And I was the common denominator in the relationships and the struggles that I was having. And I was just feeling like I was failing all over the place as a wife and as a mother, and just I really had gotten down. I was really hurting. It was a tough week, some just different stresses in each of those different relationships. And, sometimes we just get discouraged, and I began to think, am I ever going to get this? Is recovery ever really going to sink in and inoculate me from these kinds of pains and challenges in my life? And I know that I'm making progress, and I know others can see progress in me, but we just have setbacks sometimes that are tough. And that's where I was this week. So when I went to the Recovery Girls meeting on Friday, that's the state I was in. I was just on the verge of tears and didn't really realize it until Chanel looked at me and said, "Hey, Misty, how you doing?" And when she said that, I burst into tears. It just exploded out of me, and I just didn't see that coming. I couldn't even answer her. I just needed to cry. So she offered her love, and the other gals in the meeting offered their love. They didn't stop the meeting, and that's just what's so great about recovery meetings is we can go, we can cry, and it's not shocking to anyone. It doesn't halt all the everything that we're trying to accomplish during the meeting. They just pass me the tissues. It's just part of the deal. They cry, I cry. We laugh a lot too, but it was just so sweet and wonderful to be able to just not have to explain it all. I could just have my tears. They passed me the box, and we got on with the meeting, and I did a lot of listening. It was really good for me. The meeting was on self-care and making healthy choices for ourselves and wise decisions in our lives. And I just needed the love and encouragement that day, and I sure got it. And then after the meeting, I noticed I got a few more hugs than I normally do, and that was really nice. And then when I got home from the meeting, I got a few text messages. Girlfriends just saying, "Hey, I love you, and I care about you, and I know it's tough." And they offered some characteristics, good qualities that they see in me. I mean, they didn't try to fix me or solve it or ask what was wrong. I didn't have to explain it to anyone. They just loved me and accepted and knew that I just needed to wrestle and grieve that day. So my point in sharing all of this with you is to say that sometimes it's not the knowledge of recovery we need as much as the experience of the community of recovery women. And those women being secure in themselves and in God enough to allow me the space to be hurting and not have to come in and rescue or solve it or fix it all. I didn't need that. I just needed to know that I was loved. And I can't experience that if I don't show up at the meetings, especially when I'm hurting. That's when I need it even more than usual. So it's easy sometimes to make excuses. Well, I don't feel like going today or whatever, but that's probably when we need it the most. So I encourage you today, attend your meetings. Go laugh, go cry, go experience healthy relationship in community where there's a lot of wisdom and a lot of love and a lot of courage in those rooms. And you know what? The things I was upset about, they shook out, and we're doing fine today. I'm doing fine today. And we just have those setbacks from time to time. But there's a place I can take, whatever state I'm in, and they can handle it. So I'm so grateful for that. I pray for you the same sort of love and experience and community. I pray for you the knowledge of God's will for you today and the power to carry that out. Stay the course in recovery. I'll be on it too.